Hi, you look great.
Thank you.
Here we are. We're doing my bologna sandwich show.
Bologna sandwiches.
On Zoom because we can do whatever we want.
I love that.
We'll just get right into it. Yeah.
Yay!
Okay, so I know Tamara. I know you.
It's
because
Tamara.
We just did a film together in Indianapolis called Tainted. But do you want to start from the beginning when you and I met? I think 3 years ago. Was it?
Yeah, it was about that. Yeah, about 3 years ago.
Yeah, and you were just getting into modeling.
So when you and I met, I had just kind of started my acting journey. I just moved out to LA, and had been modeling for a few years prior to that, and decided I wanted to give acting a try. So where's the best place to be to act? Los Angeles. So moved out to Hollywood. I was actually only going to stay there for about 4 months and ended up staying 2.5 years. So it was a good move for me to do that. I got quite a bit of experience while I was out there. I started doing as much background and extra work as I possibly could. My kind of like goal and my kind of like thinking was that the more that I could just be on a film set, the more I would be seen and learn. And, you know, especially doing background and extra work, I feel like you can learn so much because you're kind of in the background, so you can kind of see what's going on and stuff. So I found myself doing quite a lot of that work, and I did learn a lot through that process as well.
Cool. And you didn't do acting or modeling up to this point, right?
No, my modeling journey began in 2017. So I spent 25 years in the hospitality industry managing restaurants before embarking on this crazy journey of mine. So.
And then how did you randomly get into modeling?
Well, it's my journey through modeling kind of started where I was on another path. So in 2013, I had found myself at the end of a 21-year marriage. I was 42 at the time. I'd been with my ex-husband since I was a teenager, since I was 19. So I'd only ever known my whole adult life as married with a family. And I found myself having to kind of fend for myself. And I quit school at the age of 16. So I went back to school at the age of 42 to upgrade my hospitality career. So I went to school for marketing and event planning. And I found so many people that I talked to on my journey that found out that I was leaving a 21-year marriage, going back to school. And they were like, oh my God, like, I can't believe at the age of 40, you're going to embark upon this. Like, I'm too old for this, you know. Like, life's over for me. I can't leave the unhappy marriage. I can't start anything new because I'm just too old. And I'm like, I am, and I don't have any special skills. So like, why can't you? And that kind of became my mission. And I felt like it became my calling, is to promote this message. So a good friend of mine had said, why don't you do a photo shoot and start to build up a social media following of promoting that message that you're never too old to dream and a dream or set a new goal. And that's kind of how it began. So I canceled the photo shoot twice because I wasn't sure that I wanted to do it. I'm like, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? And so I'm like, Tamara, pull your big girl pants on and let's get this done. So I hired a stylist. I hired a makeup and hair artist, hired a photographer, and did a photo shoot. Pictures came out pretty good. So I started sending them out to shout out pages on Instagram with the hopes of just building up my social media platform. And lo and behold, as it turns out, I had photographers starting to contact me and asking to book me as a model. And I'm like, what? Me? Do this? But I had found out through the first photo shoot how much I really enjoyed it. And that's how the journey began for me. It wasn't a traditional way. It wasn't something that I ever aspired to do my whole entire life. So through taking one path led me down to what my true calling was, which is the creative side. So,
yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Talk about I only really know your Instagram platform, but I know you do YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah.
But talk about that and talk about how you grew that to where it is now. And I know you got another movie deal, right?
I did. Yeah. I've got another movie deal. I have a lead. This is my first kind of like big lead role. So the movie's already been picked up by Netflix. So I'm super excited about that. We're going to be filming in Nashville for a month. So I'm very excited, a little nervous about that, but super excited for the opportunity. And that casting director actually found me on Instagram. So for me, the social media has really been a huge part of my career. I also have a passion for marketing. I went to school for it, and I found as social media started to become more popular, all of these platforms, I found that myself wanting to learn even more and divulging into learning about social media marketing. So as such, that's how I've been able to grow my own platform was through my knowledge of marketing. So yeah, Instagram, TikTok, between Instagram and TikTok, I have over 1 million followers, which is outrageous. I do a coffee talk in the mornings on both platforms, on Instagram and TikTok. My YouTube channel is being rebranded and going to be rolling out a new channel in September, food, fashion, and fitness focus, because those are kind of like 3 of my loves. So it's super exciting. I've met so many amazing people on this crazy journey of mine through social media. But yeah, like my career would not be where it's at right now if it wasn't for being able to build that social media platform.
Yeah, and using your assets, using what you have,
Yeah.
your figure is a big part of the draw too, and knowing how to connect with an audience, which I guess is marketing.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
It's truly finding your niche. Like with any kind of, especially social media marketing, it's finding what your niche is and really honing into that. And that will take you far in the social media journey for sure.
Yeah. Finding your niche. Mine is a little weird. I do the Bologna show.
Yours is nice and eclectic, but yours is comedy. So like it's fantastic.
So, but it's still even with what I'm doing, it's finding my rhythm. And
yes.
Where in 3, 4, 5 years do you see yourself? Where do you want to be? Do you still want to be doing social media, or do you eventually want to move?
I can't, honestly, I don't think that far ahead. I can't see where I'm going to be. For me, it's all about short-term goals, because to be honest, like if somebody would have told me 5 years ago that I would have already moved out to LA, done acting and moved back here, I would have been like, you're crazy. That's not going to happen. And it really did. So for me, it's just pursuing what I'm passionate about, going down the path that I feel called to, and these opportunities just kind of are coming my way. So I'm not exactly sure where it's gonna lead me to, but I feel like it's going like in the proper direction of where it's supposed to.
That's good enough.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, that's good enough, right? It is so hard to say it's just for creatives. It's so hard to say in 3 or 4 years. What you could say where you want to be, but you don't know where you're going to be, because it's such a weird path. It has to do with timing. It has to do with the work we put in, but it has to do with like circumstances and luck and faith and perseverance, right?
Most definitely. And sometimes what I feel like is when people get locked into one particular goal, if they're focused on the fact, like for me, the way that I look at it is, if I were to say, I want to be in a motion picture, that is my goal. That's what I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. You become so laser focused on that one particular goal that you miss opportunities that come your way because you're so focused on that. And I know for me, if I would have said, oh, I only just want to do this, like I would have never had the opportunity to go and have some of the other opportunities that I've had in my life, such as acting. If I was only just laser focused on just building a modeling career and saying, I only want to be a model, I just want to do this, this is my ultimate end goal, I would have missed out on so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Was your first acting class the one that I had recommended? It was Leslie Kahn, right?
Yeah, that was the first actual acting class that I did. I watched, I kind of submersed myself in like learning, like YouTube was like literally my best friend. I took some free online like acting classes, watched some master classes, learned some tricks on, like how to read. I had to kind of figure out on my own. The first movie that I actually did was a lead role, and it was a very small indie comedy. It's called Life After 40. It's on Amazon Prime. And so I didn't really even know how to study lines. So I just kind of had to figure stuff out on my own. So just immersing myself in just learning about it and just, continuously practicing. So
I love
trip.
Yeah, I love that you've had movie deals from doing Instagram modeling, and a few acting classes are good, but there's no like right way to get to where you want to be.
No. And I really believe that. Like, I think that we all have to kind of hone into who we are as people and realize, like, I kind of always knew that my way of the way I was going to find out like where my path was not going to be the traditional way. I kind of knew that I wasn't going to get movie deals from going and doing auditions, from doing this. I kind of had an idea that it was going to be, or my focus was to build my Instagram, my TikTok, because you're able, the one thing about social media is you are able to show your creative side on there. That's what it's all about, is creativity. So even the funny little TikToks, like where you're, you're doing funny things, you're still acting, you're still making people laugh. And again, that's what it's about when you talk about entertainment, when you talk about doing movies, about TV shows and all that. It's about entertaining people. So, for me, like Tainted, the other movie that I've just done, those people found me on Instagram through taking a look at my work. Like, it's a great calling card. It's better to me than sending out 50 resumes to, different casting directors who are going to look at it. But, when you build that platform, more people get to see you that way.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think of it. My bologna sandwich show, as weird as it is, to me, that's like a portfolio that you could show people, right?
Absolutely. Most definitely it is. Yeah.
It's a portfolio. So whether or not there's tons of followers, I think if you want to have a lot of followers, or if you just want to put your product and your brand out there.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you helped inspire me too the other day. I've got it.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. So, let's see what else. You have kids, and
I do. Yeah.
Do you keep your personal life very separate from?
Very much so. I do. I don't speak about, like, I get asked about it, especially all the time on my lives and stuff. It is a lot of an ask for people to sign up for when you are on social media like me, where a lot of people see you on a regular basis. Some people just want to keep their privacy the way it is, private. And I totally respect that. And I like, a bit of privacy on my own as well. So yeah.
This time we were filming Tainted. So that was like, perfect. It's so incredible how timing works.
Oh,
and how when you let go of stuff, I swear to God, the timing of everything is just perfect, because I was pushing for that movie to happen for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And when it happened at the perfect time for you. It was a perfect because you were traveling through anyway. So you were able to stop in Indianapolis and film for a few days.
Yes.
And you were living out of pretty much your moving vehicle, right?
Yep, I was. Yep, absolutely.
Damn, you're a trooper.
It was an amazing experience. And so, like, the one thing that really also, I think, for timing, like you said, is when I got contacted about the movie Tainted, I had no acting experience at all. They said, can you, have you done any acting? Yes, I have. Not much, but I have. I hadn't done much at all. So that kind of pushed me into, I'm like, okay, I can do this. Yep. I can totally do this. And, and I went through a little bit of a process of, being, having tasks that I had to do to prove that I could actually do this. You were involved in a couple of those things with me. So it really made me step up my game and say, like, do you really want to try this? Is this something that you really want to do? And had that movie have gone any sooner, I don't feel like I would have been in the proper place as what I was in being prepared for it at the time that it was being shot. That time span between the 2 years from when I was contacted till we actually filmed enabled me to get background work, to take classes, to learn a little bit more. It was absolute, like, the timing could not have been more perfect for me.
Yeah.
So it was an amazing experience.
I mean, I don't have anything else to compare it to, because I've never done a project where I was there from the beginning, the inception to us doing it. And just the crazy town that Indianapolis is. I mean, there was a shooting going on a few blocks from where they're actually filming a shooting scene. It's a gritty, grimy city. And then the movie was like the same, but you play a reporter, we're co-reporter.
Yes.
No, you're not a reporter.
I was HR. For me, like, I take for granted sometimes, like, this is what I do for a living. I'm blessed and thankful that this is my full-time job now. I don't have to go and do another job. And that's not always the case with, creators, like people, models, actresses, actors, crew, everything, who are coming up and, getting into the industry or haven't kind of got their break yet, that they still have children to look after, jobs to go to and stuff. And just really taking back and like taking a look and seeing the dedication that went into it was like, it still gives me chills sometimes.
I know.
Truly amazing. Truly amazing.
And I want to say we have the best of the best. So
the best. Like literally the best.
Katie Purple, Katie did our wardrobe, and it was a crew of like, I don't know, say the first few days, it was like, I feel like 5, 6, 7, 8 women that she had to dress, and she had never seen us in person. And we are all very, very different body shapes.
Very different body shapes.
Tell me everything she got for us was not perfectly fit.
Like literally, not only was it perfectly fit, and I will tell you that my shape is horrible to try and find clothes for. And so when she had said that she had already picked some stuff out for me, I'm like, ugh, it's probably not going to be great for me. And the one particular dress that I wore in one of the scenes, it couldn't have been made more perfect for me. She had the accessories spot on. Such an amazing, amazing experience. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to ask something else, and I totally forgot as we were talking. I was going to say something. I don't remember what it was. Do you want to give a little rundown, a quick rundown of what your schedule is like daily? How do you set up?
Sure.
How do you set it all up on a schedule? So
for me, like being a full-time creator, I am self-employed. So for me, like, I feel like organization is the key. Right now you're in my content room. So I have in my apartment, I have a space that I shoot, because not only like part of the hustle, it's not just one thing for me. I have about 7 projects on the go at any given time. So I shoot UGC content for brands. So this kind of room that I'm in right now is where I do my lives, and also I shoot for brands and stuff like that. So, but I have an office. In my office, I have 2 office days a week that I dedicate to kind of like getting stuff done. And getting stuff done is applying for jobs, applying for castings, anything office related, editing videos, creating scheduling for content, stuff like that. I have 2 days a week where I do that. Social media for me is a job. Like, I shoot content weekly. So one day I set up, in my office day, I set up what I'm going to shoot, how I'm going to shoot it, outfits, everything, songs, timing, the whole kit caboodle. I also have a shoot day a week. So whether that is I'm shooting for brands or whether I'm shooting for my own socials, I have 1 shoot day a week. And then I always have an editing day. And so editing is like scheduling content, putting drafts together for TikTok, for Instagram, for YouTube. And then also I do a little bit of social media marketing for clients on the side. So I have a couple of clients that I work with. And so I do their stuff as well. So I have a weekly to-do list. And at the beginning of the week, Mondays is almost always an office day for me. So I kind of hole up in the office after I go to the gym, and I write down what I want to get done for the week. I have a board that I see it, so it's like written on my wall, but I also translate that onto a daily task list. So I just cross-stink that stuff up as I get done. So yeah, definite organization.
I admire you so much. I admire for your dedication to this and your belief that anything can happen, and your charisma, and you're so giving of your time, and you have such a great attitude.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure that you have your bad days. We all do. But
we all do. Absolutely. Most definitely.
You keep going. You're definitely
gotta keep on going. Just keep on going and believing in yourself and your journey, and that'll take you far.
Yeah. So, thank you for doing my show.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. It's been such an honor.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're helping balance and putting some normalcy amidst the chaotic, weird stuff. I post things, and then sometimes I think, oh my God, did I really do that? Like, I'm in my bed in the middle of the night. I'm like, did I really post that video? But I have to, because I have to be weird. That's what I want to do.
You got to be authentic. Like the best thing is to not, like, you actually posted something that I saw, a quote about being, who you are, and being, you're embracing your weirdness. And I think that, like, sometimes as society, we're told we're not supposed to be like that. But when you are a creative soul, if you can naturally bring out who you are as a person, it's the greatest gift that you can give to people, is to be weird and true and authentic to who you are.
Yes.
So,
Amen. Ski.
yes. And I love that. And I love that you're embracing that. I can't wait to see where this is going to take you as well. So I'm a fan. I will totally be following along for sure.
Yay. Appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, I will see you at the wrap party if you can make it.
I'm going to be there after. Yeah, for sure.
Wrap party. And I'll post this and yeah. And then we'll let the world see how cool you are.
Yay. And you as well. Yeah, and I'll repost on my socials as well. So I'll put it, if you I'll make a couple of TikToks out of it, and I will tag you as well, because I can tag you on TikTok.
Oh, perfect. I have to put up my bologna sandwich show TikTok first. I haven't done it yet. You know how Levi's does commercials, and Geico, I think, does commercials that have nothing to do with Geico or Levi's.
Yes.
That's what it's going to be. It's going to be like nothing to do with bologna, my show. And then it'll say bologna sandwiches.
I love that. That's a great idea.
Cool. Okay. Well, I guess we'll end. I'll push the stop button, and then we will no longer be looking at each other. And I will set free into your world in New York City. And unless you don't want me to say that, then I'll cut that. And then we will no longer be looking at each other. And I will set free into your world in New York City. And unless you don't want me to say that, then I'll cut that out.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I don't mind. Like, I don't say exactly what town I'm located in, but yeah, you can say that, like, where I'm located. I'm in New York.
You're in New York City, Europe.